The Big Bang Theory Review Script. Guys, this episode of The Big Bang Theory is packed with absolute chaos, hilarious comedy, and surprisingly emotional moments. On one side, Sheldon and Amy's relationship drama is getting more complicated, while on the other side, Howard continues being the weirdest human being alive. The episode kicks off with everyone trying to learn something new. Raj wants to challenge himself, but somehow ends up getting juggling lessons from Howard Wolowitz, probably the last person anyone should trust with life advice. Howard starts acting like a professional circus instructor, while Raj struggles to even keep one ball in the air. Then comes one of the funniest storylines of the episode. Sheldon and Amy decide to conduct a social experiment involving gossip. Amy casually tells people that she and Sheldon had sexual intercourse, and suddenly the entire friend group loses their minds. Howard's reaction is priceless. The guy is shocked, excited, confused, basically every emotion at once. Meanwhile, Sheldon treats the whole thing like a scientific research project instead of an actual relationship. At the same time, Bernadette is annoyed with Howard, so Penny gives her an unusual idea: make Howard jealous by doing chores around the house. And somehow, it actually works. Bernadette starts changing smoke detector batteries, doing laundry, cleaning everything, because apparently, Howard enjoys household chores way too much. One of the most awkwardly hilarious scenes happens when Howard tries to impress a deaf woman with an overly romantic line he spent all night preparing. The problem is, Raj completely ruins the translation, making Howard sound less like a poet and more like a confused caveman. But beneath all the comedy, this episode also gives Sheldon some real emotional development. For once, he admits that he genuinely feels bad for Amy. And honestly, seeing Sheldon understand emotions is rarer than seeing Wi-Fi work perfectly on the first try. Leonard then tries to teach Sheldon an important social rule. When your friend is proud of something they're terrible at, you politely support them anyway. Sheldon immediately uses that exact advice on Leonard after a chess game, and the result is classic Sheldon sarcasm. Meanwhile, Howard and Bernadette continue fighting over money, spending habits, and Howard's ridiculous collectibles. Howard secretly buying a rare Star Trek collector plate without telling Bernadette creates another hilarious argument. Their marriage is basically a mix of love, chaos, and very poor financial decisions. The episode also slows down for a surprisingly emotional conversation between Leonard and Penny about regrets, marriage, and the future. Penny starts wondering if she's made the right choices in life, while Leonard accidentally drifts toward another proposal discussion. It's one of those moments where the show balances comedy with genuine emotion really well. Then comes a huge reveal. Sheldon shows everyone the engagement ring he was planning to give Amy before their breakup. And for the first time, you can actually see how deeply hurt he is. It's a rare, vulnerable moment for Sheldon, which makes the scene surprisingly powerful. Of course, the emotional moment doesn't last long because the group immediately turns the ring situation into complete chaos. Everyone starts fighting over it like it's Lord of the Rings. Watching grown adults scream, "My precious," at each other is exactly the kind of ridiculous energy this show does best. And then there's Howard's remote control Stephen Hawking invention, which sparks a debate about whether something is funny or just offensive. Some characters think it's hilarious, others think it crosses the line, and honestly, that argument itself becomes one of the funniest parts of the episode. By the end, the episode perfectly delivers everything fans love about The Big Bang Theory: awkward moments, nerdy humor, emotional surprises, and non-stop comedy. Every character gets a memorable moment, and the balance between humor and heart works incredibly well. Overall, this was a super entertaining episode filled with iconic jokes, relationship drama, and classic Big Bang Theory madness. If you enjoy the show's mix of emotional storytelling and chaotic comedy, this episode absolutely delivers. And that's it for today's review. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And tell me which moment made you laugh the most.